Talk about a currency crisis early in 2014, and I know they get these rumors every year. There's always some Illuminati numerology they can throw out, but I'm going to put this out here anyway because it's actually coming from the major media and it's factual. So, but also going to give you a little bit of an astrological twist on this too. Nothing to do with the lunar type stuff, but maybe something else. But something I found interesting because I do pay attention to it obliquely. Well, one thing was Treasury Secretary Jack Lew. He sent a letter to the House Speaker, basically warning that the country would likely exhaust the basic all the monies they got sometime in late February, and it's like they're using up money faster than they thought. That's what's going on. Now, one problem with February is that a lot of people do their taxes and they have tax refunds, so basically that creates a cash flow the wrong way for the government, basically, because a lot of people are getting refunds on their taxes versus them taking in taxes. So, it's actually not a good time to have this happen, where the money's going to be running out a little bit more early than they thought. So, anyway, highly interesting. So, maybe something is coming up here with a currency crunch or something. But, they seem to always pull the rabbit out of the hat at the last minute. That's what always seems to happen. But one of these days, that's why I don't like crying. These people that cry wolf too many times, people ignore the message because you said it so many times, and one of these days the wolf is at the door, right? Is this the time? Maybe. Because that's one thing I was talking about. They reached a deal back in mid-October to end the government shutdown, so they extended the nation's debt limit to the first week of February, basically. But it looks like they're kind of running out of money earlier. That's one problem. A little bit faster than they thought. Lo and behold, who would expect the government to run out of money a little bit faster than they thought, or things that cost a little bit more than they thought? Or to have a budget overrun or something like that. Who would ever expect the government to have that kind of problem, right? Being sarcastic here, but that's pretty much the problem. So the whole deal is to protect the full faith and credit of the United States. Is it's a responsibility of Congress, because only Congress can extend the nation's borrowing authority. So blah blah blah. So I don't know what that's going to mean. Basically, the debt ceiling is coming up a lot sooner than expected, and it's during a time when tax refunds generally go out for most people. For people that do extensions, it don't mean anything, but that's just how it is, right? So anyway, now for the astrological types deal, what's supposed to be going on is that there's supposed to be, I shouldn't laugh about this, but it says, Jupiter, which is represented by Zeus. Zeus is back in Gemini, and now retrograding to the same spot again. This happened basically when Jupiter was retrograding into Gemini, and it was on 11/9, which was when the Berlin Wall came down, and 9/11 was when the Twin Towers fell. And the same type of astrological event is occurring around February to March 2014. And then in April we have the first of the 4 blood moons coming up with the tetrad, which I mentioned before. So I don't know what this means, to tell you the truth, but it may mean something. Who knows? Who knows? I know one thing, like I looked one time, I think I became aware of this a year or two ago, and I was kind of surprised. It was like, I don't want to say what my birthday is or anything like that, but it was the astrological thing for my specific birthday, and it was kind of weird. Then I looked at it, I says, wow, that is weird, because it says, I'm accounting and finance, I'm good with that area, but I'm also health and nutrition and medical healing and things like that. And I said, wow, that sure fit pretty good. Anyway, so sometimes I wonder about this astrology stuff. So anyway, the same thing is happening when Zeus is back in Gemini and it's retrograding to the same spot, or whatever the hell it is, as it happened in when the Berlin Wall fell. Basically, whenever the hell that was, in like late 80s, on 11/9, November 9. And also the same time when we had 9/11/2001, when the Twin Towers fell. The same astrological event is occurring right around this time. We're having this budget crunch thing, which, you know, I don't know about that, but I'm just putting it out here. How's that? You know, it may mean something. Who knows, man? I don't know. But I do understand that, you know, I thought there was going to be a major problem in October, and it got forestalled and pushed over to February. And it looks like they're spending more money than they thought, which, hey, no kidding, right? It's the government, right? And, you know, it's not a good time. They can have a serious cash crunch because they have all these tax refunds coming out during February. So anyway, we shall see. Could possibly be a problem with the U.S. dollar coming up, but not, you know, not as, you know, I'm going to say this. You know, there's maybe a time when the dollar is going to crash really bad, real fast. I just don't think it's just yet. I don't think it's just yet. You know, the dollar's been pretty freaking strong as a currency for some years here, even in recent years. For, you know, there might be a hit on it, but this might be, you know, a good severe blow to the dollar coming up. But it's not going to be the end of the dollar right away. I think there'd have to be major catastrophic problems going on. You know, but like I said, when things fall apart, it takes a series of events, and this may be one of the major events leading to the ultimate outcome that the dollar will fall apart. Who knows? Who knows? But this may be coming up real soon, so I figured I'd mention it. It's actually in the major media, and you know, the word is coming from the Treasury Secretary, Jack Lew, about them running out of money faster than they expected. So they're going to have to raise the debt ceiling, which is not going to look good for the credit and full faith, you know, full faith and credit of the U.S. government when they got to keep doing this stuff all the time. There's a limit, right? And looks like Jupiter is, you know, I shouldn't mock this too much because I don't understand it, to tell you the truth. It looks like Jupiter is back in Gemini, or Zeus is back in Gemini, which is represented by Jupiter. And it's the same type of deal that happened when the Berlin Wall fell on November 9th, 11/9, and also the Twin Towers fell on 9/11. So what does that mean? The currency's going to fall? I don't think so, but there might be some kind of problem. There may be some kind of problem coming up, for real. You know, not because of Jupiter, but because of other things. It looks that way to me.